afternoon, traders, and welcome to this week's Forex Focus. I hope you've all had a great week in the markets and are looking forward to a week ahead of trading. Unfortunately, this week there aren't as many opportunities in the markets, and that's kind of makes sense because after a week of a lot of opportunities and a lot of movement, oftentimes you get just a little bit of price acceptance, some consolidation. All the markets are just kind of at levels that don't present the best opportunities, and that's kind of what's been the case this week. So you'll find that a lot of the charts are trading towards their structure highs or their structure lows, and they're sort of levels that you really don't want to be trading into. So there aren't the highest probability entries out there for us. But these are the weeks where it really separates the rookies from the professionals, because the professionals during weeks like this, they protect their accounts. They scale back a bit and they just wait for the markets to come to them. They wait for the right opportunities. Whereas the rookies just go out there and they search for anything that moves because they feel like if they're not in the markets, then they can't make any money. And whilst that is correct, if you're not in the markets, you're not going to make any money. What you need to think about and what you need to consider is that if there aren't the opportunities out there, then you won't be making the money. You won't be making money anyway. You know, if you get into trades, you're more than likely going to lose money. You're going to, dig into your account a little bit. And then the times when there are opportunities, instead of growing your account to the next level, you're just trying to claw back the losses that you took during weeks like this, okay? And that, as I said, is what really separates the retail traders, the rookie traders, from the professional traders. And that's why there are so many of you out there that, you probably don't lose a great deal. You haven't blown up your accounts or things like that, but you're also not making a great deal either. And if you look back at your trading, I'm pretty sure you'll see that that's the pattern there, that you'll get periods where you just take loss after loss after loss. You don't understand why you're doing it. And if you go back and you look at the charts, you'll realize that you shouldn't be in some of those trades anyway. Yes, you're going to take losses as traders, but it shouldn't by any means sort of outweigh your wins, or if it does, then your wins should be significantly more than your losses. Okay, so if you are breaking even as a trader, then obviously you're doing something a little bit wrong then. That's when you should go back and look over your past trades and see what it is that you're doing. And not that I guarantee, but I've got a good idea that when you do go back and you look upon your trading, you'll probably see that that's exactly what it is. So weeks like this, when there aren't so many opportunities out there, you still find that you're taking many, many trades, and then you're wondering why you're losing. But anyway, let's jump over to the charts and take a look at the very few charts that are setting up for this week and how we can go about trading them and what we can do with those opportunities. Okay, but remember, as always, these videos are for educational purposes only. I'm going to show you what I'm looking to do with my own account. All right, it's by no means me telling you to go and take a trade. I'm not authorized or regulated to give investment advice, so this is not investment advice. It's only our analysis. I'm just showing you what we're looking at in the markets. Okay, so with that in mind, let's now jump over to the charts and see what's setting up. So we'll begin by taking a look at the pound yen. Now the pound yen is giving us quite a nice pullback on the 1 hour chart. And the one thing that I like about it is it's a pullback to a previous level of support, which is now becoming resistance. And if we go and take a look at what this level could be, if you go take a look back here at this, you'll see that actually this is quite a big structure level from back in January. So even though we can see that it's a previous level of support, which is now becoming resistance here, this is just this past week over here. But if we go back on the daily chart, if you can take a look there, the area that the market's at right now was a massive, massive low on the 21st of January when the market broke down through these structure levels here. This is a place that it reversed, and it reversed from 163 all the way up to nearly 175, so nearly 1200 pips there. Quite a big bounce. On the way down, as you can see from the 1 hour chart, we paid it a little bit of respect. That level there on the way down, and now we've pulled back to that level. And these are the types of trades here where if we can hold below this level, these are the types of trades that are great ones. So we're taking, a reaction to a much bigger level. So even though we're taking the trade on the shorter term time frame, the level is actually a level on the daily time frame. So we're looking, and we can just zoom in a little bit there. So we're looking for the market to go short from this area here. Now, the one thing that we need to pay attention to is the fact that the market, as you can see here, all right, it sold down beneath this structure level, but it was very, very bearish at one point in time. So it's all the way down at 159 before pulling back on the 11th day on Thursday before pulling back to 162, and then the next day we were quite bullish. So we need to see how the market opens up this evening, and also how it trades tomorrow. But if we can hold beneath this level, that's certainly one that I'm going to be looking to take short. On the pound New Zealand, this one here, if we zoom out a little bit, this is going to be a little bit of a longer term trade that I'm looking at. But the reason I like this trade here is that if we take a look at the daily chart, we can see the market went on a massive rally. Since then, it's broken down and it started to print lower lows and lower highs. And at the moment, even though we get a big reaction to this level here, if the market can turn around and break beneath this level here, okay, so if you're looking around the 2.15 area, if we can break below there, then I can see clear water at least down to these previous levels of resistance here at 2.0882. So as I said, at the moment it's not on the cards because we're quite bullish. If you take a look at that candle there, it's quite a bullish candle, engulfs this previous candle here at a low. So I really wouldn't be surprised if the market then traded up at least towards these sorts of highs over here. Having said that, if the market can turn around and if it can break beneath that level there, that for me represents quite a high probability opportunity to get down to these previous levels of resistance at 2.0845 in and around that sort of area there. But we'll have to wait to see how the markets play out next week to decide whether or not it's something that that we're going to take. Finally, and I did say that there were only a few opportunities this week, so finally we've got the New Zealand CAD here, as you can see, and at the moment there isn't any setup that we can take. None of the charts even look like they're going to set up, at least on the shorter term time frames. But the one thing I want to bring your attention to, and the one thing that I find quite intriguing, quite interesting, is this very, very bearish candle here. So the market has been trending up, okay, as you can see from the middle of last year. It then has broken down here. The market was attempting to break out towards these highs, which would have kept this trend in place here. As you can see, if we put in a little, put in a trend line up there, the market was kind of tracking along this trend line here, holding this in place. If the market, looking at this bearish candle here, if the market can break through this trend line and break through these lows over here, which is a previous level of resistance, which is now acting as support, if the market can break through that level, then we'll certainly be looking to take that to the downside. Initial eyes will be on this previous level of resistance over here. And if we can get beneath that level, then we'll be looking to get down towards the 0.8598 level. Okay? So that wraps up this week's Forex Focus. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some value there. I hope you're learning things as well on a week-to-week basis. Because obviously that's the point of these sessions here, to take you through the markets, to show you our analysis, to show you how we're trading things. And the one thing that I hope that you have got from all of this is the way that we're able to be quite fluid with the market. So we're not just saying we are only going to trade this one specific way. What we do within the Forex Focuses is that we look at the markets and we look to see what the story is of the markets and what the markets are trying to tell us, about a particular currency pair, about a particular trade. So we're not saying that we're just going to trade with the trend or we're just going to trade bounces. We ultimately trade what the markets present to us. And it's all about reading the story of the markets. The sooner that you can get to that sort of level there, the sooner that you can start looking at the markets, from a sort of like a higher level, so to speak, as opposed to really getting into the detail and saying, well, my system says I must get in here because of X, Y, and Z. So the sooner you can take a little bit of a step back from that, and yes, trade your system. Of course, you need to have a way to get into and out of the markets, but not just trade the system blindly. So put context around your charts, put context around your trades, and see what it is that the markets are trying to tell you. And once you can do that, then I promise you, your results will improve. Okay? So thank you very much for watching this. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please feel free to post a comment. Share the video to anybody that you feel will benefit from these videos here. And of course, subscribe, because if you want to get these videos as soon as we upload them, then subscribe to our YouTube channel, and that will make sure that you can get all of that information, as quickly as possible. So thank you very much for watching this. Have a great week in the markets, and we'll look forward to speaking to you on next week's Forex Focus. Take care now.